Hello and welcome to another episode of Prep Set Go, proudly brought to you by RLA Polymers. In today's episode, we're going to take a look at surface leveling, what it is, when it's used, and materials commonly used for the process. So let's dive right in. What is surface leveling? Surface leveling is a preparatory step that utilizes proprietary cement-based leveling and smoothing compounds to smooth and even out rough or undulated surfaces, or to elevate surfaces to raise finished floor levels. It can be a fundamental step in construction, renovation and remedial projects to ensure a uniform, level and sound base layer on which to work from. Surface leveling is common for remedial applications, particularly after the removal of an existing floor finish that may have damaged the substrate or where adhesive residues have been left behind. But it's just as common in new construction, where the surface may need a smoother, more even profile to support the flooring application. So let's begin by understanding why substrate leveling can be critical to the final floor finish. An uneven or irregular substrate can lead to several problems in your project, including poor aesthetics. Uneven surfaces look unsightly. Leveling of surfaces can be a cost-effective and practical way of instantly improving the aesthetic of the existing floor. This is also true for floor finishes to be laid over the subfloor, particularly for vinyl and resilient flooring finishes. Uneven or undulated surfaces can result in unsightly waves, imperfections and bumps that show through these floor types. Structural issues. Uneven surfaces and general voids may cause structural problems and compromise the integrity of the construction and overlaid finish. Finished flooring systems, whether it be tiles, carpet or timber, require a sound and stable base on which to be laid in order for it to retain its own integrity and perform as intended. Safety concerns. Uneven surfaces can pose tripping hazards and create safety risks, especially in high traffic areas. Now, while there are different remedial fillers and smoothing compounds on the market for localized repairs and smoothing of surfaces, we'll be mainly focusing on broader leveling applications and the use of self-leveling compounds. Self-leveling compounds are the most widely used and universally accepted method for the effective smoothing and leveling of rough or undulated surfaces or for raising surface levels. Cement-based with special polymer and additives, self-levelers possess a fluid, almost watery consistency, where they are poured onto the substrate and automatically settling into low areas or easily manipulated to create a level finish. Available in multiple variants, each provides different properties depending on the application requirements, including strength, drying and set times, maximum and minimum build heights, flexibility, and the suitability for use over different substrate types. So let's look at a typical leveling application and the general steps involved. Step 1. Surface inspection. As with any application, before starting the leveling process, it's crucial to thoroughly inspect the substrate and identify any major defects or structural issues that may require separate and remedial action. This includes the repair of large cracks or high build structural repairs. Identify the type of substrate you're working with, whether concrete, timber, or lightweight structural flooring, as this will determine the type of leveler required. Step 2. Marking levels. For floors that need to be raised, mark levels accordingly. Step 3. Surface preparation. Prepare the surface by removing any loose objects such as dirt, dust, delaminated coatings or adhesives, and other contaminating materials. Prime the surface as required based on manufacturer's recommendations. Step 4. Choosing the leveling material. As mentioned previously, there are a number of different self-leveling materials available, each with different properties and attributes depending on project specifications and the substrate type it's being applied to. Select the appropriate one for your requirements. Step 5. Mixing and application. As we've discussed, self-leveling compounds, they're cement-based compounds. They're mixed up to quite a fluid sort of consistency. So when you pour them out, they do find their own level and they fill in all the low spots basically to create a level surface. Here we have a concrete surface that's been primed with a universal primer, which is used in conjunction with the RLA range of self-levelers. And we can see here that it's quite an undulated sort of surface, but we just mixed some of self-leveler up previously and we'll just show how it actually pours out and the consistency of the product. So if we just pour it directly out and have a look. So as you can see, it's quite a smooth and fluid sort of consistency. Basically, it's applied to the surface and used a trowel or a gauging rake to sort of move it around and find its own sort of level. Always follow the manufacturer's instructions on mixing, including water addition, the type of mixer required, and mix times. Once mixed, pour it onto the substrate and spread it evenly using a trowel or gauge rake until substrate is smooth and even or required levels are achieved. Final inspection. Allow the leveling material to dry or cure according to the recommendations. And once it's dry, inspect the surface again for any remaining irregularities or imperfections. Secondary layers can be applied as required, as well as smoothing or feathering compounds for repairing any imperfections. In conclusion, substrate leveling, and in particular the use of self-leveling compounds, is an easy and cost-effective method for the remediation or smoothing of rough surfaces and flooring substrates, providing a solid foundation for the successful installation of your selected flooring. Thanks for joining us today. We hope you've enjoyed the episode and found it informative. Please feel free to reach out via our socials or give our friendly customer service team a call with any questions you may have. We hope to see you next time.